Alright, welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Okay, so, what is new here? Got some updates here, yeah. Yeah, let's look into these here. So I defined to get rid of this. Missing implementation. Huh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen this compiler, so I can't really tell. It's surprising to me that it would need an initializer here. Missing implementation. Huh. Strange. Yeah. No idea. I think I can do that in separate. It didn't break anything here. This works fine for Linux. It didn't work for Windows. Yes, can be separate. csc.h. Okay. Okay. I hope that this removal is correct. I'm not sure what the reason there was. But I guess if it completes on all targets, then it's probably fine. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Probably is fine. Okay, what do we have here? SD, big file, an exact match. Other name changes. What's the greater vision here? The plan is to remove Win32 counterparts as soon as VC6 support is dropped. Oh. Huh. Okay, I see. Okay, I guess that makes sense, yeah. Mm-hmm. I see. I'm thinking there may be a way to make fix file pass a class with state, and if it has a state on Linux, then additional file exists changes later would then a duplicate file exists checks may be avoidable. I don't think that will always access a file system. Usually an OS does cache that kind of information if accessed frequently. For Windows, all of this overhead does not happen, so I don't worry about it too much. For general, the rule should be don't make any optimization for things you don't know they are slow. I wouldn't want to introduce a file cache unless we actually know measure. Yeah, that's fair. Can be measured before taking actions. Just from experience, I'm pretty sure that each call will be expensive, and the operating system will not do any magic here. Let's say I to remember that each call will be expensive and the operating system will not do magic here. And really it shouldn't. Move constructor. Let me see. Aha. Where did we go? Huh? Where's this call? Okay. Perhaps give these conditions a name so it is easier to understand what this does. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me search for this guy here. Okay, so he says that will be converted to std string anyway. The existing is passed by a move constructor. But that's not correct because it's not moved in here. So so it will call this guy here, this one here, right? Okay. Please use std move to make that explicit. Yeah, because otherwise, string type. Huh? Yeah. Okay, please use std move. I think that also helps static analysis. It avoids it also helps static analysis understand this. helps the reader, avoids potentially calling the wrong function, wrong constructor, if there was one that takes const ref reference, and it's probably perhaps also helps static analyzers understand this. Helps the reader to see that string will be emptied that the input string will be emptied, avoids potential calling the wrong constructor. There was one that takes constant, and it perhaps also helps static analysis understand. It helps the reader to see if the input string will be emptied, avoids potentially calling the wrong constructor if there was one that takes const reference, and perhaps also helps static analysis understand this properly. Not a directory, correct extensions. Not directory. So if I would have written this condition, I would say like bool has correct extension, and bool correct extension not has correct the I don't know, has correct the or has search ext has, here I would actually say it's not zero, has dear, and then if has valid dear, Yeah, that's how I would write it, because then it's easier to like understand. Like then it's easier to see. Like okay, like if you look at this, like there's a lot of stuff going on, right? At this if condition, like this check for is directory. Okay, that is simple enough. Then here, okay, extension merge search ext. Okay, and then you have this, and here you need to you need to first understand what does it actually check. So if you give it a name like has validator, then you just like then this becomes easier to understand, because then you just look at these things and you understand, aha, the condition is not the directory, has search ext, has validator. And then if you wanted to know if this condition is correct, then you can look at this guy and see if that is correctly written, right? So it's like it puts it more at steps and makes it easier. And I think that's okay as long as like there's no big computational impact. Like let's say this one was really expensive, this call here, then it's better to like lift it in here. But if it's cheap, and this is cheap, then might as well just put it in here, like separate these out. The conditions are cheap, so that is okay. Put a space here as well. Actually, is it perhaps possible to simplify this even more? Dot 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 two dots dots. Oh. I would go even further and do a const char file file name file name str equals this, and then we can lift this in here and this in here, and then these things also become easier to read. Commit to host pass. Pass is unused here. I wonder if it was meant to be passed into this function. Pass is unused. ASCII string. Let's see. It's too bad that there's no function that takes a C string and a size, right? Because here the size is known of the string here on this assignment, but since we pass now a C string instead of this string, the size information is lost, and so the ASCII string needs to do an strlen on the string to get the size to then know like how much it actually needs to allocate. So it's, yeah, because of the interface, it's less efficient. Yeah. Can write, can use const char file name str equals that to reduce code duplication, to reduce long codes. Let me put that comment on the other line. This one. Yeah, the code is not well written. It's too complicated in parts, I would say. But okay. If it works, it works, right? That's the most important step. Okay, let me just put that comment here. Good. Okay, so okay, that is good. Okay, so what do we do next? Let's go to main branch and let's close this one, close that. Okay, what we want to do is move some of the tools. Oh, tools. Okay, what can we do? Version updates, I think. Codes, tools, oh, tools, version updates. Let's see. Actually, let's it's actually different. Trim.h. Oh. This trim change, let me see. File tree, code, libraries, no, main, no, tools, version updates, view history, Let me open this change here. There we go. Okay, I think that's not a concern. Okay. Okay, so version updates. Generals. Oh, hold on. Okay, so actually, hold on. We need to go to core. Core tools. There we go. Okay, so what we do is we move this guy to here. Actually, we also need to open a folder for generals. There we go. So we take version update and we remove this guy. Okay, then which other tool can we do? So we have version updates. Timing tests. Let's check timing tests. What if we just compare this whole thing here? Compare. There we go. Okay. Timing test. Looks like timing test can be moved as well. So we remove that here. And we take this guy and we move it here. Let's do one by one and hook them up. So here we need to edit this guy. Let me open it in Visual Studio Code. Code. Is it possible? Add directory. Include directory. Huh? It would be cool if there was a way here to filter for specific files. Like to have it like a search here. And they can say, I only want to see this kind of file in the file tree and hide every other file. It seems that it doesn't have such a functionality, which is a big shame. It looks like it would be easy to add here, but it doesn't have any controls here. Yeah, it's a real shame. That's a shame, yeah. It would be cool if it was possible here, but I also don't know what to search here. Like, maybe we search for it here. Visual Studio VS Code show file type, show specific files. Aha, someone else asked this. I've got 7 upvotes. .scalar, where your file tree is. Okay. Just type .cmake lists. Doesn't happen. Doesn't work. With focus in the Explorer, where your file tree is, just start typing. Okay, so I'm in here and I type now cmake lists. Doesn't work. .txt doesn't work. So whatever he described here, it doesn't work. Click on the Explorer icon in Visual Studio Code. It's this one, right? Click on the Explorer panel background and type what you want to filter on the background. How do I click on the background? Like here? I cannot click the background. I can only click entries here. It's not possible. It's not possible. Maybe it was a feature 4 years ago and it has been removed. There's a search bar here. Folder operations. What is folder operations? How did you open the search here? Particular extension. Ah, so you need an extension for this. Man, why are the solutions so complicated? Nothing works. I really don't understand why they couldn't just have like a search here or a filter. Just put a filter here at the top and it just works. Like why does it have to be so complicated? It makes no sense. It really makes no sense. It's once again, it's one of these cases where the creators just don't know how to properly design software. It's bonkers. It's a problem nowadays. No one can write software anymore that just works properly. It's strange. Well, at least performance is in Visual Studio is much better than in Notepad++. That's a plus. So this doesn't work. Control F. Control Alt F. Control Alt F. Aha! You have to press Control Alt F. Holy shit. That is super counterintuitive. Also, why is there no button for this? That's outrageous. That is outrageous. How does anyone find this out? That's outrageous. Ah, so it highlights it. But can I do it in a way that it filter? Aha. There we go. Aha. Okay, that's exactly the way it should be. I don't know why it's graying it out now. There we go. Okay, cool. That's good. I like that. Okay, so what we do is now here, timing test, so we rename this to core. There we go. And the same here, core. And tools. It looks like, okay, compress CSC diff. Okay, so we add timing test and version updates. Okay. And then if we go to these tools here, Then we can remove these. That is generals. Okay. Let's open. So RTS. Oops. RTS. Configure. I will move the useless tools now. Well, it may be okay on Linux. Windows may not play nice. download, autorun, and launcher forces us to finally establish a if-def 0 hour. Huh? Oof. If-def 0 hour. You need to because they have game specific strings. Of course. Generals in store near you. I have DVD drive. Let me think. Let me think. So if def 0 hour, if def. I think it is. I think it is possible as long as I think it is possible as long as files in core are just naked. Naked. As soon as core builds a lib, we cannot do this. Okay, what's the next thing we can move? Texture compress. Looks like we can move that guy. Maybe. Okay. Texture compress. Oh, hold on. I need to copy it from 0 hour. Okay, then we can remove it here. And remove it here. Okay, then we go to here, and we do texture compress. There we go. There we go. Go in here. Did it finish or not? Build succeeded. Okay, that succeeded. Then let's see what's next in store. Okay, how about match bots? Match bots. Yeah. Match bots encrypts. Matcher. Generals. Right. I think I can take over this change here. What is wrong here? Huh? Huh? Ah, it adds an extra line, I guess. Okay. WLib, the streamer. Matchbot. Okay, so I go to 0 hour, matchbot, tag that guy. Move that here. There we go. Okay, so matchbot will be, let's go here. So matchbot, matchbot. Matchbot. How about we move one by one? Oops. Oops. Matchbot. Come here. Why don't we see the new entries here? Oh, we have to research so it updates. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Looks like texture compress we copied from the wrong place. Texture compress. Reset. Texture compress. Looks like Arctic Dolphin has a Pornhub mirror here. Yeah. Very likely. 32 terabytes. Yeah. Let me ask, this is Pornhub mirror. Okay, so that has failed. Well, that's not good. Huh. Okay. What is that? What did we do wrong now? The errors. Oof. Oof. Matchbots. Ah, we didn't remove it, right? Didn't remove it here. There we go. Majority is for scraping projects, entire YouTube channels. a data hoarder. Okay. Then okay, so texture compress version update. Okay, so move matchbot. Rename. There we go. So we take this guy and these guys. Matchbot. Okay, so it's added here. It's added here. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't edit this. Let's reset this. Edits. Matchbot. Matchbot. Okay, so this is core. Move matchbots to core. Okay. This change moves the matchbot to core. It is an exact match between generals and 0 hour. Minor unify tools. Matchbots. Did we not forget anything? Let me see. Why does it claim that map cache builder was touched? Oh, did I do a mistake here? Hold on. I think I did some major mistake here. Ah, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, never mind. Ah, hold on. I think I did make a mistake. Hold on. Let me open core here, matchbot. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, never mind. Oops. Okay, did we do any mistakes? That chain minus the matchbot 202 core is an exact match between generals and 0. Let's say it was, or it is. It is an exact match. Minor tools unify. Okay, then let's stash this change. Go back to main. We create a new branch. And we say move timing tests. These are so small. Let me see. Stash pop. On stage. I think something is missing here, isn't it? Texture, timing. Ah, no, because it's renamed. Yeah. Okay. I think we can put these into one change. Maybe. Move. Move texture. Let me see. Map cache builder. Build version updates. Let's also move build version updates. This to core. And delete this one here. Oh, hold on. We should have first compared it. Build version update. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then we add this here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think we can also take the map cache builder. How about that? Map cache builder. Let's compare this. So So we take this guy and we move it to here. And we remove him here. And then map cache builder. Oh, I'm losing sight. Yeah, I'm losing sight. Here, there we go. Remove that. So we want to map cache builder. There we go. Okay, then we go here and we add map cache builder. Okay, the core map cache builder. Oh, the map cache builder we can't move. Oof. It has dependencies here. Okay, well then we don't move it yet. Then we have to revert that. Yeah. Map cache builder, revert this, reset, revert that, revert that, revert that. Okay. Then we go back to this guy and we rename it to core. Okay. So, okay, so this move, so core move build version update, texture compress, timing test, version update, tools to core. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's test this. Okay. Okay, that compiles. Let me also double check that the tools are actually built in the correct folder. Build, and we're looking at generals, core, release, no, debug. There we go. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah, it's all there. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, I think we can drop this dash here. This change moves the tools to core. They are an exact match between generals and 0 hour apart from 655, I think. Yeah, apart from our refactor 655, which was applied to 0 hour only. To 0 hour. Which was previously applied to 0 hour tools only. Move the version up there. Move the tools. This change moves the following tools to core. They are an exact match between generals and 0 hour, apart from our refactor 655, which was previously applied to 0 hour tools only. Minor unify tools. Oops. No idea what happened here. That's not the intention. Okay, first batch of easy moves is up. Okay. Good. What's the time? 1 hour 40. Yeah, I think I will take a break here, and then next session we continue moving tools or moving things which you can move. Yeah. The easy ones first, and then we see. Yeah. Good. Then let me see if there's something that needs action here. A major of the default set is that it cannot be ignored. So once this is called repeatedly per frame, then debug build with the sets becomes unusable. And debug build game will just be killed if unimplemented code is reached rather than continue. Should be reached. I think when run under debugger, then it will hit a breakpoint, and when run without debugger, it will be a dialog that exits the game after button press, right? We'll hit a breakpoint. And then actually then it will show a dialog and hit a breakpoint when clicked on retry, and when run without debugger it will show a dialog that exits the game after button press. Yeah. So basically, the assert makes the runtime unusable when you repeatedly hit it every frame. Yeah, this is what happened in Thyme, and it was not a good experience. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Add compress functionality to the compress tool. Okay. Oh, compress, improve. Wait, what was it? The compress tool was only outputting information about compression currently used. However, there was at the end compress, which was probably a to-do. This PR adds a missing functionality to actually perform compression decompression. Okay. Add compress functionality to the compress tool. Looks like code, yeah. Okay. Input, okay. Input data. Else. Just check compression on the input file. Just check compression on the input file if we have no output specified. Compress file. Outsize, out data. return exit success. Well, actually, it could exit success here. Because it looks like it's totally successful on both these passes. Turn exit success. The return exit failure below then will be unreachable. Maybe return exit success. And then we say this can be removed when fixing the return below. Okay. Looks about right. FP out. F close on null. This is actually F close null pointer. Triggers undefined behavior. Each one from statements applies unless no function is embedded value. The behavior is undefined. F close on null. Remove F close on null pointer. can also set fpin to null for good measure. Can set fpn to null for good measure. Another comment, move this up before the, move this up behind the read. Avoids 2 lines for fclose. Behind fread. Input data. So fclose needs to be here, behind this one. Yeah. In file. Yeah, I guess this one's not necessary. Yeah, I don't see anything else wrong here. So just these few comments. Do you need it to be moved for stripping? at Thompson's. How do you expect WW3D to progress? Think you can untangle it. Okay, good. I will take a break here. Then, yeah, I wish you a great day or night until next time. Goodbye. Let's wait a few more seconds to make the 2 hours full. Looks more impressive on the video, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, we got a bit of stuff done, not too much. Few reviews, moving some tools. Yeah. Then next session, maybe we can move some more, but first I would like to have the current two merged. Yeah. Good. Then until next time.